everyone, my name is Brooke Armentrout, and I am going to be presenting my tribute speech about my dad. My dad was someone who was the most incredible person in my life. From the day I was born, I was the daddy's girl. We would spend most of our days out in the garage, working on various projects around the house, or we would just take motorcycle rides all around Southern California. He lived his life with the intent to love all around him and cherish his time with his family. He was the middle child of 5. He had 2 older brothers and 2 younger sisters. And he was born in Indiana, but at the age of 5, him and his whole family moved here to Riverside, and he stayed here for the remainder of his life. He was part of Emmanuel Lutheran Church here in Riverside and was even a Sunday school teacher for high school students in his 20s. He met my mom at Emmanuel Lutheran, and after 3 years of dating, they married in June of 1988. My mom and dad had 3 girls, Brianna, Brittany, and me, Brooke. They thought it would be really fun having all of their girls named with the same first letter, but soon realized how big of a mistake that was, considering they mixed up our names every single day. His first job and only job was a bag boy at Stater Brothers. He worked at Stater Brothers for over 35 years, starting in the stores as a bag boy, moving up to meat department, and continuing to move up, and then eventually into the warehouse. He loved working in the warehouse most days and had the most amazing coworkers. He would make it a point that often summertime, he would have all of his work friends come over and host a barbecue so that he could have his work friends meet his family that he seemed to never stop talking about. In June of 2013, my dad was diagnosed with stage 3 esophageal cancer. After 9 short months of fighting, he passed away in the morning of February 21st, 2014. Looking at my dad's life at a quick glance, there's not much that stands out as a huge accomplishment. He finished high school but never went out to college. He worked only one job in his life, and he maintained a very simple life for his family. Yet there's so much more to my dad's life than the simple accomplishments. He touched so many people's lives that even to this day, 4 years after he passed away, people are still calling or sending us messages about stories about my dad and how much they miss him and care about him. He pushed all 3 of us girls to do anything that we wanted and made sure that we knew how much we were capable of. My oldest sister Brianna and I are graduating college this summer on August 23rd, and my middle sister Brittany joined the Air Force and has been serving our country for almost 6 years now. He never wanted us to look back on our lives and be discontent with them because he knew how capable we were. He wrote each of us letters for Christmas about how important we were and what each of our qualities were and how much he loved us and cherished us. These letters are something that I still read often because I knew how much my dad truly loved us. My dad had the ability to make any person he came in contact with feel comfortable and want to talk to him for hours. When my sister was graduating boot camp, she was stationed in San Antonio, Texas, and we all drove down and went to visit her for her graduation. We all went to the mall as soon as she was able to get off the base, and as usual, my dad would stay outside of the store and sit on a bench, and all of us girls would go inside and shop around. We came out from one store, and my dad was sitting on the bench with a random man, and they were chatting it up. As we were leaving, we asked my dad who that man was and if he knew him. My dad told us no, but then quickly told us a short version of this entire man's life story because that man felt comfortable enough to share with my dad, and my dad just wanted to listen, and that's exactly what this man had needed. My dad's life was filled with love and support. When he got sick, it was a shock to the whole family. Cancer is a terrible thing, and yet, even with how awful it was, our entire family was with us every single day, making sure that we had all that we needed and were taken well care of. We had so many people bringing over dinners and cooking for us so that we didn't have to worry about that. We had our neighbor come over and take care of our yard with his landscaping business. We actually had someone host a fundraiser for us at the Daily Brew coffee shop when they realized how much we needed help with our medical bills. For about a total of 3 months while my dad was sick, we had family and friends at our house every day to keep my dad company and my mom and all of us girls. We had probably about 10 to 30 people every single day at the house, constantly coming in and coming out. And we actually ended up having, when my dad was like bedridden, we actually had a pastor from our church at Harvest come and bring a musician, and on Sundays he would perform services in our house, and he knew how much that meant to my dad. On the day of my dad's service, we hosted it at the Grove Community Church, and we had about 300 seating. We had 300 chairs, and soon ran out of spots because of how many people wanted to come and appreciate my dad's life. I love my dad to this day. Here's a quick picture of us family. My dad, my mom, oldest sister Brianna, Brittany, and me. My dad was someone that I will always look up to, and I hope that in my life I can touch as many people's lives as my dad did. Thank you.